So, like she said, I'm Kathy Reed. I am the program manager for the midwifery program at Department of Health. I live and work in Olympia. What else do I want to say? So I've been there for probably 7 or 8 months. I'm excited to be here. I have a total of 3 programs. So I have the midwifery program, I have the OT program, the occupational therapy program, and then I also have nursing assistants. I must admit that Midwives is my favorite program. It's a lot of fun, and you guys keep me awfully busy, which is good, but I'm very excited to be a part of the program. My boss, who is the executive director of the program, her name is Karina Castle, and she is also new. She's been at the department for less than a year. So we're excited to be here with some fresh blood for you guys, and hopefully we'll make some positive changes. So for the last 7 years, I have done regulatory stuff for oil spill response, so a little bit different than what I'm doing now. But I am a consumer of midwifery. I have my second son at home, which was a wonderful experience. I don't see my midwife here today, but here she is. Thank you. So, like I said, this is my favorite program. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to make changes for you guys. Let's see. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the rules. But first I want to talk about the program aspirations. So when I first came on board, there was what I would characterize as maybe a little bit of unhappiness or some grumbling that voices weren't being heard. So when Trina and I came on board, we decided to be very inclusive, and we want to really have good relationships with our stakeholders and our association. So that's a really important piece for us, so we're working hard to do that. So if you have any concerns or comments, please feel free to let me know. Other things I want to do, I think our website is a little bit lacking. We could use some FAQs. With the new CPM rules, we could have maybe some different routes to licensure and how you get those, so that would be helpful. The application is a bit dated, I think. There's some things that have changed over the years, and I just want to make it really user-friendly, so we'll be working on that. And the application process, my gosh, it takes forever, and I don't know why, but that's something that I'm keeping my eyes on. If you guys have specific examples that I could take to my boss and to the credentialing section, please let me know. My email's at the end of the presentation, so I can't fix it if I don't know where the problems are, but it just seems like it takes an awful long time. And maybe that's just the nature of the beast, but again, I'm trying to get things moving in a positive direction. And the exam, which a lot of you have taken, and it has been a little bit problematic over the years, so we are working on working with our committee, the Midwifery Advisory Committee, to refine some of the questions. A lot of the questions get missed on everybody's test, so we know that there's questions on there that need to be redone. So we're looking at that, and it'll take a little bit of time. And then the rules, that's what I'm here to talk about. We do have the CPM rules going. We had a bill passed earlier this year, and so I'll talk about each one of the sections of that bill here. But that's another thing that you guys do to keep me super busy in my job every day. So we'll start with the boring stuff. What is the rule? So the legislature writes the statute, which is the RCW, and often they're broad, or they don't make any sense, or they direct us to actually write rules to really define the problem. So we write rules to help clarify things. We write rules to make sure that things are enforceable. So of course a rule can't conflict with the statute, although I'm sure in some cases it might, but we are trying to remedy that. And all the rules that we're going to talk about today are from House Bill 1773. So this is the way that the process goes with the state. So we have what we call the 101, which is a form that we fill out to tell the public that we are considering opening up some sections of the chapter, some specific sections, and maybe making changes, repealing or revising, amending those sections. We do work with stakeholders during that part of the process. And it's a pretty quick process. It probably takes us a couple months in the department to go through that. So that's not too hard. So the next step would be the 102, where we formally propose the new rules. So prior to the 102, in between the 101 and the 102, there's a huge package that I have to put together. So I have to do a cost-benefit analysis, I have to write the rules, so I've been working with you guys. I think I've had webinars and workshops and 2 different comment periods at least for you all to comment on the rules. So it's a long process, and CPM 1 is right in there. We're about to hopefully get the 102 package done pretty soon, but it's evolved over time, so it's taken a little bit of time. And then after that, the rule has a final adoption, and that's the 103. So I don't know much about that because I haven't gotten there yet, but next year, with the CPM, we'll be there. So, the specific rules. Section 1 of the bill talks about elements of care for the newborn up to 2 weeks of age. Now, the statute is pretty vague. It just includes the newborn for 2 weeks, which is great. But the department would like to clarify what would be the elements of care for the newborn so that midwives aren't doing brain surgery or circumcision or something that would be outside of the normal scope of taking care of the baby. So if you're on the CERB or if you join the CERB, you will start this winter to see me send out information on this piece, because I need to start writing the rules on what this will look like. And since I don't know what it looks like, I count on you guys to tell me what it looks like, what would be the norm. So please feel free to contact me to help me write some really good rules that would work for you guys. And one question that often comes up, everyone goes, what about the gratuitous services? Can you care for the newborn, at 3 weeks of age? Yes, you can, as long as it's within the scope and you're not getting paid for it. So, any questions on that? Okay. So this particular part of the bill, I had done the 101 back in July, and then we mulled around on it for a while in the department, and we felt that we should just open up the whole chapter because it's old and it needs some housekeeping and some things have changed. So we're withdrawing this 101 that we did in July, and I have crafted another one that hopefully will be through the whole rigmarole within the department in the next month. So this one's going to take a bit of time, at least 18 months, maybe a couple years to get the newborn piece. Part of the newborn piece is going to be the newborn screening. That will be one of the things that is part of the elements of care, since it's now required for midwives. So that will be in there. We're going to update the legend drugs on devices. We've had some requests to include, seasonal flu vaccine for moms or the pulse ox, things like that. So we'll be having conversations about some of those things and every other part of the midwifery chapter. So if you guys have questions or you think something doesn't quite make sense, then again, please be part of the process. And the second section, the CPM, has been going on for quite a while, well before I got here. It's going well, I think. We're moving along. It's taken a long time to get to the stage we're at now, which is hopefully for the 102 to be filed in the next few months. We did intend to replace the MIT, the midwifery training program, with the CPM. That turned out to be a little bit problematic because our statute specifically calls for there to be a non-educational route for midwives. And we just felt like we can't put all of our, all of our eggs into the NARM basket, because if they changed their routes to licensure, then we wouldn't have a route to licensure for those that didn't know the educational route. So we kept it in there. If it doesn't get used, then maybe we can change that piece of the statute or get rid of the program. So, no, but that's not something that the department will take on probably. That would have to be your association. So I'm guessing this is going to be finally adopted by next summer. I would think it would be really any later than that. So that's exciting. We have to do a lot of changes in-house before this comes to fruition. Changing the application and just changing our internal processes. But hopefully we'll see a lot of wonderful CPMs that are new to Washington, so that's cool. Any other questions on CPM? Like I said, it should be next summer. And you guys have all commented on the draft language, so it should be good to go. Okay. And then the third piece is the renewal requirements. So the CE, the Quality Improvement Program, and the data submission. I drafted up the 101 for this in July, so it's been kind of just hanging out while I worked on the CPM stuff. I did have a mini workshop at the last midwifery committee meeting on some of the stuff. We're having another committee meeting on December 3rd in Kent, so please come if you'd like. We'll probably talk about this a little bit more. I'm trying to get some language going for these pieces. I can't say that I'll be entirely prepared for that conversation, but we'll probably have it anyway and try to get some more things nailed out. So this one, you know, this might take a year or more until it's final too. It's a really slow process, but that's good because then we get, you know, rules that work for everybody, I hope. So, any questions on the renewal requirements?
So we've been kind of thinking of July 1st as the go date for these three things. You're saying that's not, the rules won't be done by then. So data collection won't be done July 1st?
That's correct. Yeah, so the Aubrey was asking if this stuff would be done by July 1. This section 3 will not be done by July. The process is, it's hard, Aubrey. Hard. You know, and I have other programs and they have rules, so I mean, there's only so much a woman can do in her 8-hour day. But I'm trying to get it done. I mean, they're certainly my priority. But the newborn piece, since we're opening up the whole chapter on that one, that will take at least 18 months. So
If there's a way that we, the law's leadership could be helpful in expediting it, just let us know.
if you help me write the language,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Okay.
that would be awesome. I mean, I don't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
You guys do, so that's where, you know, this relationship comes in so that we can, you know, have something that really works for you guys, because it doesn't matter if it works for me or not, right? It needs to work for you guys, so, you know, work on the language with me, that would be great. That would really speed up the process, that way I don't have to, you know, reinvent the wheel.
What about the CPMs who were licensed in other states? Is that process getting itself fixed so they can get licensed in Washington?
Right, so that second piece of the bill I was talking about, next summer is what yes, I know, but that's, we don't have many routes to licensure right now. We have the midwifery training, and we have if you graduated from an approved school. I hear those two. I don't know where they're written anywhere. So that's another piece of the website that I would want to fix. It just, you know, I don't know, you know, where the schools are that are approved. I mean, if there's a second one besides Bastyr, I mean, where is that written down? I mean, do we follow up with it at all? So, yeah, there's things that need to be fixed. But, so the CPM, yes, I know it would be lovely to have that in place now. People have been working on it for a long time, but we're close. I think we're closer than we ever have been. So, trying.
So Catherine, would it be beneficial to have like a committee to help you with all of this?
With the rules.
Language and-
Well, yeah, you can come to our committee meetings, or I'll be sending out notices on the listserv, another plug for listserv, and I need to plug lobby day too, so that's what they told me to plug. Please come out and address your fees that we don't want to increase. But yes, so I'll be sending out things throughout this winter on workshops on both the newborn language piece and the renewal requirements. Right. Okay. Anybody else? That might be it for me. What else do I have? So, right, so receive updates of the agendas or rulemaking stuff. Please join our listserv, so it's listserv.law.gov, go to midwifery, subscribe. I send out other things besides just things that are specific to midwives, but the department needs to do it, so delete those if you're not interested. And then my name, Kathy.Lee@doh.law.gov. And that's it, unless you guys have questions.
I'm signed up to the listserv and I get this email, but then it doesn't say much, and when I click on it, it doesn't do anything. There's some sort of, I don't, and I'm not super tech weird, but for some reason I can't seem to read what it is, the content. It's like I get an outline. Yeah, does anyone else have this problem?
Anybody else have that problem?
And I don't get attached.
It's because we're on the other side of the mountain.
You don't like us over there?
I love you. Were you here at the beginning when I said I wanted to be inclusive? I have no idea. My degree is not in IT at all, so I can ask people at the department, but I can't promise that I would have a nice answer for any of you. But if you get something on the listserv that doesn't work out, just email me directly and I can send it to you, and maybe that would work better. So, yeah, don't hesitate to contact me. That's my job, so let me know how I can make it work for you. Okay? Anything else? No? Okay, thanks, you guys.